Everybody, it's Outwardyappr coming to you with a game review for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I completed on the Xbox One. It's a fantastic game. I put over 100 hours into the game, but before I get into my opinion of the game, what I'm going to do for this video, I'm going to break it down into a couple different sections here. First, I'm going to talk about how Assassin's Creed Odyssey differs from Assassin's Creed Origins. Second, I'm just going to give you an idea of the story of the game without any spoilers revealed. And thirdly, I'm just going to kind of give you my opinion of the game, like how I felt about this game. So first, I'm going to get into the differences or the difference I have noticed from Assassin's Creed Origins to Odyssey. So Odyssey improves on Origins as Odyssey has a skill tree system. Origins does have the same system, but what Odyssey does is with the skill tree system, it has the hunter ability, which allows you to improve your archery skills under the hunter ability. It has the warrior ability, which focuses a lot of emphasis on the combat. So if you're a person that likes to get into brawls or close combat situations, then you want to put all your skill points into the warrior skill tree. And finally, they have the assassin skill tree, which improves on the stealth. So this particular skill tree, there is an ability which I would recommend, highly recommend that you add immediately when you start this game under the skill tree. It's called the Rush Assassin ability. Let me tell you, this skill, once you get this skill up to maximize level 3, it's amazing for clearing out areas, like especially areas like forts or outposts or any area that you want to get through and get in and get out quickly without being noticed. So this ability is a must. They did not have that in Origin. So this is one thing that jumped out of me from the two games, the way you can upgrade your character. Secondly, it's more like a role-playing game. So you get experience, just like in Origins, you get experience, but you could apply these experience points. It converts to skill points, which you could apply to the different abilities. And also, what's different from Origins versus Odyssey is the level. So Origins had a cap level of level 50. So if you hit level 50 in the game, that's it. You could take your skill points and apply it and increase your tier systems on Origins. But with Odyssey, it goes up to the level 99, right? Which Ubisoft actually had an expansion to do this late in the fall, which also with this level, it allows you to do the game plus mode. So let's say if you beat the game and you're level 40 or level 50 and you beat it as Alexandria and you want to go back and play as Alexos, you can certainly do that. You have that new game plus element that's added to it, which allows you to carry over the stuff from your previous game. So these things, what makes it different from Origins. And secondly, I'm going to tackle the story. So basically, you could start off the game either picking Cassandra or Alexios. So whoever you pick in this game doesn't have really a big impact on the game overall, but it's just a choice you can actually make. So the game is set in ancient Greece, which I'm a big fan of Greek mythology. I love that setting. But what you start off initially in the game, you start off as a Spartan in the game who was kind of rejected, I would say. Maybe rejected is a strong word, but rejected by her family. And she starts off in the island of Capolonia. She meets off with Maxos, and she's what you call a mercenary or mystios there. And she goes from a mercenary to a hero, but learning more about her past as she goes along. Like she gets, as you go deeper in the game, you get to uncover certain elements of her past in the game, which kind of ties the story together nicely. If you notice in the beginning of the game, in the initials, when you start off the game as Alexos or Cassandra, you have this broken spear which you're playing with. This is a spear she inherits from King Leonidas the First. She inherits this spear, and this spear, believe it or not, this is very important in the game. This spear is a spear that allows you to forge it into a weapon that has special capabilities. You're allowed to upgrade this spear. Now, how do you upgrade this spear? A little bit of a spoiler here is as you go along in the game, you find out these different members, which is part of the members of the cult of Cosmos. And once you get rid of these members, it gives you a little bit of an ability, and you collect these, and as you collect these, it allows you to upgrade your spear, which makes it a more powerful weapon in the game going forward. So that is great. Also, in this game, what I like about this game, so I'm going to talk about what I like about this game. What I like about this game here, it's a bigger map than Origins. It's a much bigger map. You are forced to use your ship. Now, that's amazing, because once you use your ship itself, you could upgrade your ship. Just like in Black Flag, you could upgrade your ship. Your ship could become stronger. You could upgrade your ramming power, your arrows, your javelin, your cleaving, like cutting ships in half. You could do that. But in this game, you get to find mercenaries. Now, mercenaries are like bounty hunters. So once you commit a crime, whether it's you steal something, you commit a murder, any crime you commit that's witnessed, it gets recorded, and you get what you call a bounty level. And that bounty level could go as high as 5. And if you get as high as 5 bounty levels in this game, you just get inundated with mercenaries. Now, the reason why I'm touching on that, branching on this here, it's very, very important. Because with mercenaries, these mercenaries come in different flavors. So you got the legendary mercenaries. And the thing is, you could knock out these guys, or any captains, or any pole marks that you get in forts or outposts anywhere in the game. And you could recruit these people to become your captains. Now, once you recruit them, especially at legendary status, they have immense abilities, which would allow you to make your strip stronger from the hull perspective, or your attack stronger. So when you go about in this game and you encounter these characters in the game, whether it's a pole mark, the captains in the forts or the outposts all spread out in the game, or whether it's mercenaries, just take a look at them, send Icurus up, take a look and see where their status are. And if they are at legendary status, then you want to actually knock them out and recruit them, because I'm telling you, it does make a difference, because you have to use your ship in the game. Versus Origins, you don't really have to. You're pretty much going along the landmass. But in Odyssey, you get to sail and use your ship. And I like that, because with Odyssey versus Origins, you gotta collect resources, and these resources are very, very important. And with using your ship to explore, the advantage is you get to uncover the islands, because parts of the story takes you back to these islands. So by uncovering these islands, will open up fast travel points, right? Once you synchronize in the game, that's number one. Number two, the resources you get in the game allows you to upgrade your character. And trust me, you need to upgrade your character in the game, because if you do not upgrade your character in the game, it's going to be a tougher hill for you to climb. And that means you got to grind out your character. So the more you explore, the great loot you uncover, the more resources you get, the stronger you get. Because as the game deepens, you get to come across these stronger foes in the game. So that's that portion here. Also, you get to uncover conquest battles. Now, the game is set in ancient Greece, like I said. You got the Spartans and the Athenians. These are the two fractions you got dealing with. And they control parts of the map, different parts of the map in the game, different territories in the game, I'm sorry. So once you bring down the leader in the game, what happens, it makes that territory vulnerable. Also, if you take over forts or you take over outposts in the game, and you destroy the war supplies in the game, it makes the area vulnerable. And once the leader becomes exposed and you take down the leader, the conquest battles are available for you to take part in. And the thing is, you could fight for the defending fraction, whether it may be the Spartan, it'll be more of a normal battle, or you could fight for the opposing fraction, which could be either the Spartans and the Athenians. But the benefit of taking part in these conquest battles, number one, you get a whole lot of drachmae, and once you do that, number two, it gives you a piece of epic gear, whether you do it under normal or whether you take the side of the opposing fraction, you get a piece, 2 pieces of epic gear that's under hard. So that stuff I enjoy in the game. I could not get enough of this stuff. And the last thing I want to stress on here before I finish this video, I know it's going quite a bit here because I can't finish talking about this game, is you want to make sure that you explore this game to its intent. If you were to get desynchronized, it will take you to the last fast travel point, which could be a distance away from your mission. So the more you explore, the more you open up these fast travel points, and it's easier for you to get around in the game. And as you get deeper into the game, there is places you gotta go back and forth, and it just makes it easier. So I mean, I could go on and on talking about this game. It was a fantastic experience. Not to say that Origin was a bad experience, but Odyssey made it better. And that I gave the 2 thumbs up to Ubisoft for. So if I was to give a score out of 10 with this game, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. And this is not in this score doesn't include, it's just for the game, but it doesn't have anything to do with the downloadable content, which I haven't touched on as yet. So it's a must buy. I know the game is been out for the last 8 months, but if you're into that genre, role-playing / action / adventure, it's a must play. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.